Good morning and Jai Hind children. Today's our topic is rational numbers. So what actually the rational numbers are? Basically rational numbers are the numbers in the form x upon y where x and y both are integers but y should not be equal to 0. Since we have studied this in our previous topic, today we are going to study how to add and subtract rational numbers. Let's have a look with an example. Suppose 2 by 3 and 7 upon 8 are two rational numbers. We have to add these two rational numbers. So what we will do, since each of the rational number have one numerator and one denominator. In the first rational number, 2 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. In the second rational number, 7 is the numerator and 8 is the denominator. Our first step is that we have to take the LCM of 3 and 8. Since the LCM of 3 and 8 is 24, so we will draw a single line like this, and in the middle we will write the LCM of the denominator of both the rational numbers, that is 3 and 8, that is 24. Now we have to divide this LCM by the denominator of the first rational number, or you can also say that how many times we can read the table of 3 in the LCM, which is 24. Since 3 is 24, or when we divide 3 by 24, it gets divided by 8 and the remainder is 0. The number of times the 3 divides 24 will be multiplied with the numerator of the rational number having denominator 3. Here the rational number is 2. So when we will multiply 8 by 2, we get the answer 16. So this is how we have completed the first step. Now second step, we have to repeat the same thing but with the second rational number. Since we know 8 3s are 24 and 3 has to get multiplied with the numerator 7. So 3 into 7 gives us the result 21. Here we will write the number 21, but between these two numbers we will write the sign, whichever the sign is written here. Since it is plus here, so we will introduce the sign plus. Now the next step is that we have to just simply add these two numbers. 16 plus 21 gives us 37 and rest things are as it is 24. So 37 upon 24 is the answer of the above question. Now let's have another example. What if the question here should not be the addition but should be the subtraction of the rational numbers? So what we have to do is just to remove these two positive signs and we have to introduce subtraction here. We will not change anything in any of the numbers, but we just have to change the sign. Since here was the plus sign, so here also we wrote the plus. Since here is the minus sign, so we will introduce the sign minus. Now 16 minus 21 gives us the answer minus 5 upon 24. In that case, this will be our answer. Now let's have a look at another example. Suppose our first number is negative, let it be minus 3 by 2, and our second number is positive, which is, suppose let it be 7 upon 14. Since again we have to repeat the same things, we have to find out the LCM of 2 and 14, which are the denominators. So 2 and 14 have the LCM, again 14. Now how many times we can read the table of 2 in the LCM? Since 2 sevens are 14, So 7 has to multiply it with its numerator minus 3. Now we have to introduce the sign, which is the plus sign. Now 14, how many times we can read the table of 14 in the LCM 14, since it is only 1? 14 ones are 14. So 1 has to be multiplied with the numerator, which is 7. Now it gives us 7 3s are 21, plus and minus gives us the minus sign. Here is the plus sign, and 1 7s are 7 upon 14. Our next step is minus 14 plus 7, minus 21 plus 7 gives us the answer minus 14 whole upon 40. 14 cancels 14s once times, and we get the answer as minus 1. Hope you have understood how to add and subtract rational numbers. Your homework for today is please try to solve these questions. These are your homework questions. In the next video, we will first discuss their answers and then we will proceed. Thank you. Have a nice day.